Well, once again, it's prediction time about rugby. Not something I necessarily always get right, but who cares? I'm not a fortune teller. Point is, if you bring logic to bear here, home advantage, team playing really well, Leinster have to be favourites, and the bookmakers, who normally get it right, quite rightly have them as favourites, and I think they are, and I think they'll win. That's the short answer. Why mightn't they win, though, is probably the other side of the argument. Well, number one, I think Toulouse are the best team away from home in France, and they invariably do well away from home, point one. Point two, of all the French sides, they take the Heineken Cup more seriously than anybody else. So you can rest assured they're not coming to Dublin to make up the numbers. They'll give it a real shot. Number three, they are the aristocrats, undoubtedly, of European rugby. Even Munster's extraordinary efforts over a decade and a half still really doesn't match Toulouse's consistency in that same period of time. So that's why Toulouse could turn it over. Why I think Leinster will win is, by accident, the coach discovered that Nasewa was a much better fullback than he was a winger and out half. That was predicated by the injury, of course, to Carney. So we've got a counter-attacking fullback. We've got the incomparable Brian O'Driscoll at centre, playing now, despite his advancing years, some of the best rugby of his life, because he has come to terms with the fact that maybe he can't run as quick or do things as quickly, and he is now using that extraordinary rugby brain of his to great effect, I think. Sexton and Redden, really the right kind of combination, I think, for the game. The Czech is probably going to play against Toulouse. I can't believe that he's going to allow his team to get into an arm wrestle with the French. The one area, in fact, you might think that Leinster might lose the battle. I think it's going to be a fantastic occasion, a huge crowd, and really good rugby. I think there's a real possibility that this could be a classic. Leinster, of course, to win, but you've got to be worried. This is the semi-final of the European Cup. This isn't your everyday rugby match. Tension and pressure will prey as much on the minds of the Irish players as it will on the French players. So, yeah, a win. And then it's on to Cardiff, where you have to think the winner of this semi-final is going to be the favourite to win the competition outright. Look forward to seeing you there. It's going to be a special afternoon.